So I told you that the odds are stacked against young people in this country, mostly because we have a curriculum, educational curriculum that is based and founded on religion. Religion is the primary base of colonialism. Without religion, colonialism would never have worked. So our curriculum was founded or was based on religious doctrines, which is why there is a religious study embedded in the curriculum, and which is an accessible, subject in class or in exams for no good reason. So the colonialists, when they structured their model, they wanted to suppress younger generations, especially in the co-curricular department, because they knew from an early age that the African setup, these guys are very good athletes, they're very good hunters, they're very good musicians. They came here, they found existing cities. In Africa, in a place like Nigeria, Benin City was already very, very established, even in the 1800s. It's the colonialists who came to blow it up. So they knew that if these guys are given a chance, then they can overtake us. They can win in any particular field. They can succeed, and Africans can succeed in any field they put their mind into. They can prosper. So this is why the white man ensured that the system is stacked against the youth, especially to nurture those talents. And the booming, if it eventually happens, it's very late, which is why anyone who has made it in the global stage is through sheer personal effort and commitment, not because I see our stupid politicians and leaders and MPs. They are always quick to congratulate Eliud Kipchoge, but Eliud Kipchoge is not a project. In fact, he's flying the flag. We should be paying him to fly the flag, because his success is not born out of any collective development. Is sheer personal. He used to run. He trains himself, and they know that if we start nurturing these talents from school, from church. If you look at in America, all the top musicians, they are nurtured. They say, I started singing in church. So our churches then have become models of oppression. Same as schools. You see now with the quota system and the schools and the corrupt head teachers, the way they've increased the intakes at the expense of locals. They've now converted the first casualty. They've converted co-curricular facilities. They've converted the halls, the establishment, or whatever, the pitches and whatever. They are now used for purely educational purposes. Education which is impotent and which will not help and which will not be of value to anyone, to any of those students once and when they leave school. So is why you're seeing the budget making process. They have hammered so much on the creative economy, on the digital economy, because that's their objective. Because this budget is written by fucking muzungus. Is written by the World Bank, the IMF. Once they give money, they normally split the money with the corrupt government officials who are the recipients of those loans. So it's in their interest, which is why you're seeing that they're so willing, they are so happy. If you look at talking about weaves and whatever, they know they are targeting young women. They want to suppress those who are developing in the beauty and arts and whatever industry. When they are taxing cell phones, they want to increase the excise duty for cell phones. When they are doing all of these things, it's because they want to suppress. This is not a coincidence. This is how it is. If you look at even in the recent past, the areas which they have suppressed, you look at the whatever the arts, and when we were doing Unlock Our Country, when they had shut down the bars, everyone was suffering in that sector, because it's mostly predominantly young people who were going to be cannon fodder in the war of attrition. Yeah, if you look at things like drones, they were banned. Now you have to register your drone. They made these regulations because of young people. They don't want because once we are given the platform, we can succeed anywhere, which is why they have to figure out ways of suppressing the young people, suppressing young development. Now they are going for crypto and NFT. All of this is a white construct. Of course, the white side behind their gatekeepers, who are the people like in the Ministry of Finance. There was this one time I had a sitting in the Ministry of Finance. I used to be close with the then PS of Treasury. Well, we weren't close. We just interacted like this. And one day we were discussing, and I told him we could do this in football. We could figure out a model, and we supervise the construction of facilities, and those facilities can be used to nurture talent in the future. But then he got me he secured me a meeting or an appointment with the treasury or with the budget committee. If you go to the treasury building, it's a big boardroom, and I met those bureaucrats there, and I was telling them, if you do sports can easily absorb very many young people, create instant employment. They listened, and they somehow implemented it, which was that was 2008. They somehow implemented it because every constituency from the 2009 budget then got 1 million shillings for football activities. But you see, they enticed the MPs. It was forwarded together with the CDF. So one extra million for football activities. If there was an MP at that time, if you remember, if you were an MP during that time, like an idiot like Peter Kenneth, if you remember, there was 1 million extra. It's me who had done that proposal, but I hadn't done it in that model. But the people in Treasury are smart, and the bureaucrats and even the government, they are very smart. They know how to entice MPs and to keep them busy. Because now with that 1 million, I mean, these guys are bribed with 10,000 in the toilet, in the loos in Parliament. Can you imagine the excitement of getting an extra 1 million from nowhere under football activities, not audited by anyone? So those guys just ate the money. And you see, had we implemented, because they received that money for like 4 years, so that was 400, that was 4 million. Had we gotten that money and did pilot projects, legacy investments, we'd be benefiting now. But those MPs now, they did silly tournaments. They ate most of the money through phantom operations, like, whatever, which is happening with Safaricom, Chapadimba, those guys, most of their budget, 60-70% goes to advertising agencies, marketing, media, journalists. Nothing goes to the legacy projects. And this is the short-sightedness we have with our policy makers and planners and everything. None of them wants to look at the bigger picture. Everyone wants a quick fix project, which is why now you can see now the budget of this year is a horrendous disaster. Is a sham of a mockery. I've never seen such a pathetically done draft finance bill. But all of these, let me tell you, is a hardwired mentality that goes from schools, that goes from your churches. I want you to go to your churches today and ask them to show you any youth funding. Have they funded anything youth related? Have they done a project? Have they done what? If it appears in the annual reports of the churches, if you show me that your church has invested in the youth, in any youth related, they've bought music instruments, have they done anything? If you show me that, I'll show you pigs that fly. Because this is a hardwired mentality passed through by colonialism, then through religion, then through the curriculum, then through the establishment. You have these old bastards who still want to remain in power. They still want to remain in employment. They have low regard for young people. They have no... they don't see this generation of boomers really have embedded contempt for young people. I don't know what we did to them. I don't know what we did to deserve this kind of contempt, this kind of that they cannot even allow an industry to grow. We haven't even exploited the full potential of crypto and NFTs, and here you want to pump in regulation because of your inherent stupidity. These are the old bastards that we have in government today. I wish we can get rid of them one way or another, which is why I'm telling young people, start getting your civic education right, start getting your interest in politics. Don't be like those bougie ass bastards Instagram people who say, oh, my brand will be affected if I talk about politics, because they are stupid, they are idiots. Don't be like them. Start getting your civic education right. Let's make a difference in the next election so that we have a critical mass of young educated people and not these mamambogas and bodas who go and sell their votes for 1,000. And that's why we are in the crisis that we are, because the government does not care about you creatives, you smart people. They want to be left with mamambogas who sing silly songs, because those ones can survive on 1,000. They don't need electricity and water. You need that. And so that's why they are making you suffer.